Good morning, guys. So a few of you might have an assignment from me that is working on word problems. So that's what I'm going to go over with you today. This is my demo student little Freckle account. So hopefully yours will look something similar to this. I don't think it will be the exact same questions. It didn't look like it on my end. So hopefully not. But if you want to follow along with me, you can. You can just watch. You can try to pause the video and work out the problems with me if you want. I did already start a video, so I'm already technically on question 2, but that video messed up, so I'm just going to pick up from question 2 and try to do 2, 3, 4, and 5 if I have enough time with you today, just to give you some examples and kind of go through working out these word problems with you, okay? So let's take a look. You can use these tools over here. I'm going to work in the space over here on the side so that you can see it, but if you'd rather work on paper, that is totally up to you. It does not matter. So let's take a look. We need to read the problem and we need to underline those key details that help us to figure out what the problem is asking us. So let's take a look at it first. It says, Liam read 2 books in May, 12 books in June, and 12 books in July. How many books did he read altogether? So, like we've talked about, we need to make sure we circle the numbers. 2 in May, 12 books in June, and 12 books in July. That's the information I know, okay? You can even write it to the side if you want. He read, oops, oh, not that, sorry. He read 2 in May, 12 in June, and 12 in July. Okay, so that's what we know. Now, on Freckle, if their problem has a keyword in it, it should look like this with the dotted line under it, and if you click on it, it will tell you what it means. So, how many books did he read altogether? Altogether means in all. So, in total, in all, how many books did he read altogether? Not every problem is going to have those keywords, so some of them you're just going to have to try to work out, and hopefully one of the next couple ones will be one of those I can show you. Of course, the first one on this video was, and it messed up. So let's take a look at what we got here. So we need to underline the question because that's what we're trying to figure out. So he read 2 books in May, 12 in June, and 12 in July. How many did he read altogether? Well, what do I need to do if it says all together? Think about, is it going to be subtraction, addition, multiplication, division? What do you think? If it says all together in all, it's wanting you to put all the numbers together to figure out a total. So we would be doing addition. So if you want to set yours up like this, why are you doing that? Hold on. If you want to set yours up on top of each other, if that's easier for you, that's fine. However you want to do it, that's how I'm going to do it just for this example. So I'm going to put the larger numbers on top. So 12, 12, and 2. I'm going to add those numbers together. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2 more is 6. Oops. And then 1 plus 1 is 2. So he should have read 26 books in all. So once you get your answer, you type it down here in the bottom blank and you submit it. So that one was pretty straightforward. And it says we got it correct. Good. Let's take a look at this one. Which 2 number sentences will be true if you replace the blank with the number 8? Okay. So this one, it's asking you which 2 number sentences. So we're going to have 2 answers. You see how you can click more than one of these down here. It has to be 2 answers. You cannot just pick one. Which will be true if you replace the blank with the number 8? So any of these blanks, we need to put the number 8 in there and then solve them and see if it's going to be correct. So anywhere you see this blank, we need to put the number 8 there and then see if it works out. So if we did 17 minus 8, would it equal 9? Okay, we know if you have 7, you can't take 8 from it because that's not enough. We're going to have to borrow. So I'm going to cross out the 7 and I'm going to come over to the 10s and I'm going to borrow that one group of 10. That 10 would become a 0. And then I'd bring the 10 over to my 7, which would become 17. Well, what's 17 minus 8. It would be 9. So that one worked out. I can even draw a little check mark next to it. So, or I can go ahead and choose it as one of my answers. Now, I have to have 2 number sentences, so I need to try these other ones. You're just going to take the number sentence and write it the way it is, and then see if you put an 8 here, that should be the answer. So there should be an 8 here when we work it out, if it's correct. So 2 minus 8. I can't take 8 from 2. If you have 2 of something, you cannot take 8 away from it. So I need to borrow again, come to my tens, but take away a 10. 3 becomes a 2, and bring that 10 over to my 2 on this and my ones, and that becomes a 12. 12 minus 8 would be 4, and 2 minus nothing would be 2, so 24. So that, I don't think that one's going to work out. 8 couldn't be the answer here. That's impossible. I could have even probably figured that out had I just put it in there and looked at it. It would not make sense. But if you need to work it out, that's fine. All right. So this one, no, that cannot be the answer. Let's try C here. Look at this one. 16 minus 8. And then in that blank, there should be an 8 here. Well, this one, I don't need to work this out. I know if I put an 8 here in the blank, and if I went backwards, say I was trying to add these to get this number, 8 plus 8 would be 16. So 16 minus 8 would have to be 8. So that one does work out. And then I should try this last one just to be sure. This one works out. Just to make sure I didn't make a mistake somewhere. 32 minus 26 should be 8 down here. But let's check it just to be sure. I'm going to erase my 8 for now. And I'm going to work it out. If I have 2, I can't take 6 from it. I have to borrow again. So become a 2. The 10 I borrowed comes to my 12, or excuse me, to my 2 and becomes a 12. 12 minus 6 would be 6. So that does not work out. So I know that the 2 that work out would be A and C. And let's check it. Perfect, we got it right. Okay, let's take a look at number 3 here. John had 37 toy cars. His dad gave him 20 more toy cars for finishing all his chores. How many cars does he have now? So let's take a look. Let's figure out, what do we know? John had 37 cars. His dad gave him 20 more toy cars for finishing his chores. How many toy cars does he have now? Okay, so let's even write it out. He has 37. His dad gave him 20 more, and then we need to figure out how many does he have now. So what would we be doing with these two numbers? If he had 37 and his dad gave him more, is he adding cars to his collection, or is he losing cars? Well, if he gave them to him, he's adding them to his collection. So I would need to add these numbers to find my answer here. 7 plus 0 would be 7. 3 plus 2 would be 5. Should hopefully be 57 if we did it right. And we got it. Okay, let's keep going. I think we've done 4 of 5. This one should be our last one. For show and tell, Chloe brought 18 baseball cards to class. During the day, Chloe got 33 more from her friends. How many baseball cards does Chloe have now? So, Chloe brought 18 cards with her to class, and she got 33 more from her friends. How many cards does she have now? Okay, so she brought 18 with her. Then she got 33 from her classmates. And we need to figure out how many does Chloe have now? Well, it's the same thing. Imagine you're Chloe. Imagine you bring your baseball cards or your Pokemon cards or whatever to school for show and tell, and you have 18 of them. And then you got 33 more from your friends. How many baseball cards does Chloe have now? What do you need to do with these numbers to figure that out? So are you losing cards if you started with 18 and then you got 33 more? No, you're gaining cards. You're adding cards to your collection. So we would need to add these numbers. 8 plus 3 would be 11. I'll even write it over here if it's easier for you to see. 18 and 33. And we're adding 8, 9, 10, 11. So my 1 would go there. I'd bring my group of 10 up. And then I would add my 10s. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 3 is 5. So your answer should be 51. Chloe should have gotten 51 cards. That's how many she has now. And we will check it. Okay? So it says 80% because I messed that first one cut it out on me. So good. That is a little practice on those word problems. I hope it helps you. I hope that this will help you when you're doing your own assignment. If you need anything, let me know. If there's one that's confusing, remember, snap a picture of it and send it to me, and I'd be happy to help you with it. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Our Zoom meeting will be at 10 o'clock. It'll be 10 o'clock every Wednesday, so we'll send out the invitation as soon as I get it from Miss Cannon. Have a good day.